New weapons channel, Irkutsk Aviation Plant has reportedly manufactured and handed over new Su-30SM2 multirole fighters and Yak-130 combat trainer aircraft to the Russian Defense Ministry. The aircraft have passed the necessary ground and flight tests and have left for their duty stations. The aviation plant timely fulfills the plan to produce new aircraft under the state defense order. A batch of Yak-130 combat trainer aircraft completes deliveries of this type of aircraft under the current year's program. Another batch of Su-30SM2s will be delivered to the Russian Armed Forces. The Su-30SM2 fighters are a further development of the aircraft in service with the Russian Armed Forces and the Russian Navy. The new machines have received an improved set of onboard radio-electronic equipment. In particular, the range of detection and identification of air targets has been increased. New high-precision means of defeating air, land and sea objects at a range of several hundred kilometers have been introduced into the armament of fighters. The new weapons channel recalls that in this way IAZ handed over to the Russian Ministry of Defense the second batches of Su-30SM2 fighters and Yak-130 combat trainers manufactured by it this year. As usual in recent times, the press release did not disclose the number of aircraft delivered to the Russian Ministry of Defense in this batch, and their flight numbers were obscured in official photos and videos. Earlier in June 2023, the IAZ had delivered a batch of Su-30SM2 fighters manufactured for the Russian Navy's naval aviation. Presumably, the batch handed over in June was the third batch of Su-30SM2 aircraft built by IAZ under the contract for the delivery of 21 fighters of this type for the Russian Navy's naval aviation. Now a batch of Su-30SM2s has been handed over to the Russian Air Force, and these are the first aircraft of this type delivered to the Air Force since 2018. Apparently, they are being delivered under a new contract signed in 2022. In total, the Russian Ministry of Defense previously received 124 Su-30SM fighters from 2012 and by the beginning of 2023, of which 30 were delivered to the naval aviation of the Russian Navy. As for the Yak-130 aircraft, the new-built Yak-130s now allegedly handed over to the Russian Air Force are the fourth batch and the second in 2023. Of this type of aircraft built under the contract for the delivery of 25 Yak-130s to the Russian Air Force. Initially, two batches of just 2 Yak-130s in each, one in December 2021 and one in November 2022, were known to have been delivered to the Russian Ministry of Defense under this contract. The first 2023 batch of Yak-130s under this contract was delivered in July 2023. The Russian Ministry of Defense received a total of 120 Yak-130 aircraft under various contracts from 2009 to the beginning of 2023. The company has already started production of aircraft under next year's program. All about the promising stealth bomber B-21 Raider of the U.S. Air Force. See the link. See you on the channel.